The member for Petrie.
Well, thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Social Services. Will the Minister please update the House on the economic benefits expected from the National Disability Insurance Scheme? How will the government ensure these economic benefits are achieved by fully funding the National Disability Insurance Scheme? And, Minister, are there any alternative approaches?
The Minister for Social Services.
Mr Speaker, I thank the member for Petrie for his question. And as the member knows so well, the NDIS will provide a very large boost to jobs and growth, and helping people with a disability into the workforce is estimated to increase GDP by an additional $8 billion. The demand for disability services is growing rapidly as we roll out the NDIS. An estimated 60,000 more full-time workers will be required by 2020. The disability workforce is expected to more than double from around 73,000 to 162,000 full-time jobs. I'm asked, of course, Mr Speaker, if there are any alternatives. The Labor Party now opposes the policy they used to support to fully fund the NDIS by a 0.5% increase in the Medicare levy. And as I've noted this week, we've found many voices, past and present, supporting our policy of funding the NDIS. Admittedly, the next one was a little hard to find, but boy was it worth waiting for. After diligent search, there it was.
The Minister knows the rules on props.
I'm just about to read for it. After diligent search, there it was, nestled gently among the Phil Collins CDs in the bargain bin at the second-hand shop. There it appeared, a copy of the literary classic The Good Fight, Mr Speaker. Comrades, The Good Fight. And what it says at Chapter 20, Mr Speaker, is this: more savings were required to fund the NDIS. By May, we'd effectively ruled out every option except an addition to the Medicare levy. We needed to ensure the long-term sustainable funding for the scheme, and there was simply no other workable option. There was broad community acceptance that the NDIS was a worthwhile investment, less than $1 a day for someone on average wages. And Mr Speaker, the title of the chapter that we have this amazing exposition of coalition policy, the title of Chapter 20, Hanging Tough. Mr Speaker, Hanging Tough is not merely the second studio album by the American boy band New Kids on the Block. Hanging Tough is the language of the street that perfectly distills the unshakable commitment of the member for Lilley to fund the NDIS through the Medicare levy. Sadly, Mr Speaker, how is it hanging in 2016? Sadly, Mr Speaker, it's not hanging tough anymore. So we say to the member for Lilley, get tough, toughen up, join the good fight, support the NDIS.